Hello, everybody. My name is Dani, and I want to take a moment and just talk a little bit about what it's been like working with Claire over the last couple years. I've had the pleasure to be in her 369 group as well as work with her one-on-one. And, I hope I can put into words what it's been like working with her, because some of the experiences that we've had and the person that I've become in the process, I just hope I have the words and the language to actually describe it to you today. But just feel the depth of the transformation that she's been able to pull out of me. And so let me just go ahead. And I have notes down here too, because it's been a ride, So I want to title this Testimonial, if testimonials have titles. To know her is to love her. But I want to take that a step further. To know Claire is to trust her. What I've found working with her is that I can have absolute trust in her. She meets me exactly where I'm at with unconditional love and with a crystal clear reflection. Oftentimes, she can see where I'm at better than I can. She can feel where I'm at better than I can. And then she even knows what it's going to take to bring me out of whatever hole I'm in or bring me to that next level of myself. And what I love about Claire is that she's not just a coach. In fact, coach, I feel like, doesn't even encompass her. I like the word mentor because she's not someone that's just on the sidelines telling you how to do something. She's also doing her own work. She's going on her own journeys. She's traveling. She's in the forest doing her own magic. And she's really going through her own processes as she's teaching us how to go through our processes. So for me, Claire is a mentor. And she's teaches me, shows me, and she's also someone that I look up to and that I admire. So for me, Claire is a whole vibration. And I was a professional athlete just like she was in bodybuilding. And the first thing I can say about her 369 group is I launched a whole 5-month-long mastermind, and she was my rock. She continuously reflected back to me, people don't come for what you do, they come for you. And I needed to hear that because I was in this phase of overgiving from a place of fear. Like, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, then these people are gonna leave me and they're not gonna like my program. And the whole time she was right behind me saying, Dani, be strong, you need to trust, you are enough. And that was a huge lesson for me, and one that I'm still learning, but I am so much better. I am so much more secure in myself and who I am because of Claire and her teachings and her guidance. Something else that happened during her 369 group, and I know that she'll remember this, and it was something that I thought was never available to me. And so I don't know if you guys have heard of spirit guides, something that I heard a lot because I'm in spiritual communities, and they talk a lot about, I've been hearing my guides and I call in my guides. And for me, I hadn't met my guides yet. I thought that it wasn't available to me. I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I'm not clairvoyant. That's okay. I have other gifts that I just don't know about yet, so Claire and I were doing a meditation one time, and I remember it was about this mountain, and we went to the very top of the mountain. She was guiding me through this whole thing, and we went to the top of the mountain, and she said, do you want to call in your team or your guides? And I just went for it. And all of a sudden they all started to show up and sit with me around this table. And I was just bawling, and she was bawling because she knew the enormity of meeting your guides. And I met them, and it was so beautiful. And even now I can think about it and it brings me to tears. Actually, even just talking about working with Claire brings me to tears because she's given me my sense of self and trust in myself. And she's taught me how to go into the depths of myself, not just stay so surface level, but really go in and do the work. And one of my favorite sayings from her is, we're going to dig for gold. And I relay that to my clients sometimes too, because going into the shadows of who we are can be a little bit intimidating. And sometimes we don't want to go in that deep. But when Claire said, we're digging for gold, that made me excited to go in there and like peel through and uncover and unlayer all these different things inside myself. So going into the shadows with her has been very golden. It has been some of the most powerful work that we've done. Other than going up into the higher realms, meeting the spirit guides and things like that, we've also been diving deep together and uncovering some of the parts of my energy that I'm not so proud of. The worthiness stuff, my value, how I value myself. And even, I had this topic come up about people copying me. And something that I'm ashamed of, kind of, actually. And I brought it to Claire, and she, worked through it with me and reflected back to me. And now I see where that came from. And now that topic has really dissolved. And it's just because I was afraid. There was a little bit of fear in there, but that was a big topic for me. And also I want to talk about magnetism. She's taught me the power of going within to create, going within to draw the people into you, to draw the courses into you, magnetize it. It doesn't need to be so external focused and out there doing all the time. She's taught me the power of being me and pulling in my creations and my tribe. And that was a huge lesson for me last year with my mastermind, is being magnetic and going into the depths to become that. And now I'm really excited to work with her on shamanism and taking my own, gifts a step further and a step deeper and a step wider. And she's the person that I know can take me there. And, as far as recommendations go, listen, if you are on the fence, if you even have a little inkling of a thought that you might want to work with Claire, 1,000% go for it. Like 1,000,000%. In fact, there is actually nobody else that I can think of right now that I would recommend for you to do any sort of coaching with. And like I put one of my best friends, I said, hey, listen, if you want to work through this topic, I know the exact person that you need to go with, and that's Claire, my own mother. Okay, my mom. My mom wants to work through a couple things, and I'm like, listen, there's no therapy, there's no like psychologist that can get you to where Claire is going to bring you. I know that. I feel it in my bones. I know it. And the reason is because she's out here doing the work. She's been through a lot of the stuff, and she's worked with so many people that she is so practiced at feeling and being so present with you. And I think that's one of her superpowers, is like her ability to be so present and to listen and to feel exactly what you're saying and where what you're saying is coming from, not just hearing the words that are coming out of your mouth, but feeling into you. And I think that is something different that the coaching industry, even online, doesn't have, is not tuned into, and especially therapy. A lot of people aren't taught that in school. And so I know I missed so much, because there's been a lot that Claire has been able to pull out of me and this person that I've become. And I think that's the biggest thing with her, is like, you don't just learn lessons. She goes in there and works with you and helps you become a higher, more empowered, more aware and conscious version of yourself. And along with that, you launch courses, you coach clients, you work at a studio and do all these different things. You do your life, but as this new version of you. It's not just, it's a multifaceted thing working with her. And so I'm struggling to put it into words, because it's a feeling and it's a vibration, and it's something that you have to feel for yourself. You don't know until that first call, until you feel the truth that is Claire. I think she said to me one time something about crystal Claire. She is that reflection for you. And she'll tell you how it is with love. She'll be blunt about something that you need to hear and a topic that you need to work through, but it's wrapped in love and truth. And so it's okay. It feels good to hear. It's not something that there needs to be defense about. It's just something that is like, okay, you're right. Now let's unravel this together. And I think, it's a big deal. Like I said, if you're on the fence, go for it. I recommend my own family working with this woman, my mother. Like, think about that. Anyway, I know this is going on almost 10 minutes, but I probably could go on for 10 hours. And so I'll cut it there. To know Claire is to trust her. And to work with her is to know and trust yourself. So I highly encourage it. It's worth every single moment of your time and energy. And I can't wait till we start working together again. I'm going to be in her next creation because I even told my husband, and I'll end it here. I know I can ramble, so just hold on. I said, if I coach with anybody this year, Claire is the one and only person that I trust. There's no sticky energy. And as you start to get more attuned to energy, you kind of have a bullshit meter. And I don't sense any of that with Claire, any of the work that she's done. I can't wait to go to her retreats or her immersions that she has. I was so bummed I couldn't go to the last one. It just didn't work out. But I'm going to be working with her again this year. My mom is going to be working with her. I highly recommend anybody out there works with her. I'm going to have her come and guest speak again on my course, because who I want talking to my tribe is people who are rooted in truth and people who are out there doing the work. And that is Claire. So I hope you enjoy your time working with her, and whatever creation that you're thinking about, go for it 1,000%. You won't be disappointed. Okay. And I'm at 11 minutes now. I'm done. Peace out, everybody. I'm Dani. I'll see you soon. Bye.